They say Airbnbs are more personal, more homey. But what if the home remembers something it shouldn't? In tonight's chilling episode of The Night Files, two peaceful southern getaways twist into waking nightmares, where silence, technology, and reflection become the enemy. First, a nurse finds herself in room 3B of a charming Savannah house. But the antique mirror doesn't show her reality. It replays it and reveals a truth she never lived through. Or did she? Then, an artist couple searching for solitude unlocks more than just rest in a mountain cabin. A locked basement, a mysterious code, and something scratching to come back up. Two Airbnbs, two guests, and a warning: some places should stay in the past, and some doors should never be opened. Turn the key. Press play. Welcome to the Night Files. My name is Lacey Holloway. I'm a travel nurse, and every few months, my contract changes. I hop from city to city, renting temporary places, living out of my suitcase like some kind of modern-day ghost. Savannah, Georgia was supposed to be a smooth ride. Peaceful, quaint, but I'll never forget what happened in that Airbnb on Chatham Street. I can still see the mirror, its grin, if you can believe that. It was mid-October when I got the assignment. The hospital was near downtown, so I searched for rentals close enough to avoid traffic. That's when I found the listing. Charming Victorian flat, room 3B. The photos were gorgeous. High ceilings, tall windows, crown molding. The bedroom had this stunning vintage mirror standing between two tall dressers. Floor length, with a heavy bronze frame. The host, a woman named Carol, had nearly perfect ratings. She messaged me a day before my arrival. "Welcome, Lacey. Just a heads up. The mirror in room 3B is antique and very fragile. Please do not attempt to move it. Let me know if you need anything. Enjoy your stay." Oddly specific, I thought, but I replied politely and confirmed my check-in time. The moment I stepped in, I could smell old wood and lavender, the kind of floral scent that clings to upholstery for decades. Room 3B was everything the photos promised, maybe even better in person. The sun poured through the tall windows, painting golden streaks across the hardwood floor. I unpacked, then glanced at the mirror. It was massive, at least 7 feet tall. The frame looked like something out of an old church, dark bronze, with swirling patterns like vines and tiny winged cherubs sculpted into the corners. I waved at my reflection jokingly. It didn't wave back. It sounds crazy, I know. Of course, it mimicked me eventually, just with a weird delay. I chalked it up to the lighting or my tired eyes. I didn't think about it again until 2:11 a.m. I woke to the sound of whispering, like someone was talking just outside the bedroom door. I lay frozen in bed, holding my breath. The door was closed, and the hallway beyond was dark. Then I heard a soft tap. 3 knocks. Gentle. Slow. I got up and checked. Nothing. The hallway was empty. No sign of movement. I went back inside and turned on the bedside lamp. That's when I noticed it. The mirror had fog on the inside, like someone had breathed on the glass from within. I walked closer, thinking maybe it was condensation from the AC. Nope. The glass was cold and dry. The next morning, everything felt off. My toothbrush was moved. The coffee maker, which I'd cleaned the night before, had fresh grounds in it. I started watching the mirror more carefully. One evening while brushing my hair, I noticed something horrifying. My reflection didn't match my movements. I blinked. My reflection blinked a second later. I dropped the brush. It hit the floor in front of me, but in the mirror, it landed 3 seconds later. I backed away. Hard. Then it smiled at me. I swear to God. My face in the mirror smiled at me before I could even register what was happening. I stumbled back and left the room. I wanted to pack up and leave that night, but I convinced myself I was hallucinating. Lack of sleep, stress from the hospital. That's all. But I should have trusted my instincts. I never should have stayed. After the smile incident, I couldn't sleep. I kept the lamp on and watched the mirror for over an hour, waiting to see something, anything that would explain it. At one point, I decided to record it with my phone. I figured if something really was happening, maybe I could catch it. I set the phone up facing the mirror and let it run while I got ready for bed. I left it recording for about 20 minutes. Nothing fell off in real time, but when I checked the footage, I almost dropped my phone. At minute 11:38, the reflection of the room suddenly changed. For just 4 seconds, the mirror showed a different version of my room. Same furniture, but the bed was soaked in blood. A figure stood at the foot of the bed, head bowed, hair hanging like seaweed. Then it blinked back to normal. I replayed it again and again. It wasn't a glitch. I had it on video. I emailed Carol immediately. Hi, I need to ask, has anyone had issues with the mirror in 3B? I think there's something wrong with it. She didn't respond. The next night, I left the lights on and tried to sleep in the living room. At around 3:12 a.m., I heard the unmistakable sound of someone dragging their nails across the mirror. Not scratching, dragging. Slowly, I turned on the flashlight and crept to the door. It was closed. I opened it. The room was freezing, and on the mirror's glass were 5 long, vertical smears, like fingers had been dragged down from top to bottom. It's been 4 months since I left. Every mirror I look into now, hotel, restaurant, even compact mirrors, I check for delays. Sometimes I catch my reflection blinking twice when I didn't. Sometimes I don't see myself at all for a split second. I've since heard that room 3B has new guests. The listing's still up, but now the mirror is cropped out of the photos. But here's what haunts me the most. I deleted all my footage, formatted the SD card. I never uploaded it anywhere. And yet, 3 nights ago, my phone buzzed with a file transfer from an unknown Bluetooth ID. It was the clip, the one where my reflection bled from the eyes. But this time, at the end, it whispered my name. I was between jobs when I got the email from Mr. Delaney. He said he found my profile on a house-sitting website and needed someone to watch over his family cabin near Barr, Vermont. 1 week. Good pay. Quiet. No kids. No pets. Just water the plants and make sure the pipes don't freeze. It sounded perfect. Peaceful. I arrived on a Sunday. A charming 2-story place tucked deep in the woods, weathered siding. Pine trees surrounding it like a natural fence. Delaney met me there. Tall, polite, late 60s maybe. He gave me the keys and a handwritten list of instructions. Water the plants every 2 days. Don't leave the fireplace burning overnight. The basement stays locked. Do not open it for any reason. If the keypad starts beeping, enter this code, 41877. That last one stuck out to me. Why would the keypad start beeping? I asked. He just smiled and said, it hasn't in years. The first night was uneventful. I watched some Netflix, drank tea, and dozed off early. It snowed overnight, thick and silent. By the second day, I noticed the house had odd acoustics. The kitchen clock ticked loudly in some rooms, but was inaudible in others. The basement door had a faint humming sound near it, like a fridge compressor running behind the wall. I ignored it. That evening, around 11:30 p.m., I heard a single beep. It came from the hallway. The wall panel next to the basement door had lit up. The screen blinked red. Armed system, code required. I stood there a minute, not sure what to do. Then it stopped. The light went out. I texted Delaney. Hey, the panel near the basement beeped once. Is that normal? No reply. Night 6. Snowstorm. Wind howling. Lights flickering. I was on edge the whole time. At 1:14 a.m., the alarm went off screaming. Not just beeping, screeching. A siren. Lights flashing in the hallway. Containment breach. Code required. I ran. Typed 41,877. Invalid. What? I tried again. Same response. Invalid code. I typed 00000. Wrong. Then, suddenly, the panel flashed a message. Override code sent. 14114. I typed it. The alarm cut off. But behind me, I heard movement from the basement door. A click. A thud. Then a knock. I didn't sleep. I sat in the hallway with the knife, watching the door. Around 3:10 a.m., I saw it. Something slid out from under the basement door. A small piece of yellowed notebook paper. I picked it up with shaking hands. It had 3 words, scrawled in what looked like dried blood. Help. Me. Please. I backed away, knees buckling. The light in the hallway buzzed. I didn't know whether to run or open the damn door. I did neither. I locked myself in the guest room and waited for sunrise. At dawn, I packed. I didn't care about the payment anymore. Just as I zipped my bag, Delaney texted. Did the breach occur? What code worked? I ignored it and left. 3 days later, I got a call from a blocked number. I didn't answer. Then came an email from someone named Jason Delaney. Subject, I'm his son. My father passed away last year. If you're receiving this, he used one of his automated systems to contact sitters. He's been dead since July. No one should be in that house. He included a PDF, an official report, police file. The cabin had been condemned in 2019, after neighbors reported inhuman sounds and disappearances. In the file, a former owner claimed, there's something in the basement. You can't let it out. It mimics voices. It sends messages, but it lies. I never opened the basement, but to this day, every now and then, I still get a text from Delaney's number. Code expired. New code 62791.